Hey guys, I'm Corsa DeCenzo. I drive this 2007 BMW X5 4.8i. It was actually my grandma's car, so it's got a lot of sentimental value. It's a low mileage example. You know, she's Grandma Cream Puff, that's what we call her. Just like any BMW, it's got its issues, right? I brought her in, you know, about a week ago because one of the engine air valves had stopped working. It went into limp mode, and I keep coming back here to the Benz shop because every single time I bring it in, I know that they're gonna find the source of the problem quickly. They're gonna be honest and upfront with me about it. They're gonna give me a good rate. I have to say I've gone to other shops, right? You know, they charged me X amount of money to replace basically my whole AC system when my AC broke. And it turned out none of that needed to be replaced, and it was just my humidity tank. And the Benz shop immediately identified that problem and saved me thousands of dollars on tire AC replacement, which, you know, would have been quite a bit of work. I've been a longtime patron of the Benz shop, and I love coming here, even though, you know, it's quite a drive from Tempe, but it's definitely worth it for the best BMW and Mercedes guys in the Phoenix Valley. I mean, hands down, without a doubt, these guys got you covered. You're the guy who worked on it.
Yes, sir.
Hey, thanks for doing all the good work, man.
Yeah. Have you driven it, I guess?
I did. I just drove it around the block real quick.
Drives a lot better?
Oh my gosh, so much better. Yeah.
Idle's a lot nicer?
Yep, noise is gone too, the little ticking.
The little ticking, yeah. So that's, of course, because of the PCV valve.
Yep.
Leaking. I'm not sure if you've read the inspection or the story that I gave you when I did my diagnosis.
Yeah, I did look at it.
Basically, I smoked it, and a ton of smoke kept coming out of that left side.
Yeah, it was leaking right there.
Leaking right out of there. What we did is, we replaced that crossover pipe, but the other valve cover also has a PCV valve inside of there.
Okay.
So I went and replaced that as well.
Oh, awesome,
so
preventative.
I did both, yeah. And I can show you the valve too if you want to see it.
Yeah, I'd love to see it, totally.
What's it called? This valve has a spring in it, and the seal, of course, sits inside this valve cover.
Yep.
Inside this
cover
here.
Yeah, right in there. Yep.
Right in here. Of course, it was leaking out of here.
Yeah, that's the one that was making the popping noise too.
Yeah. So, and it's making that popping noise because the valve in here failed, which is basically.
So it was like pressure buildup. It wasn't releasing.
Well, not only that, pressure buildup actually, because crankcase pressure is just coming back up.
Yep.
And it also acts like another air leak.
Yeah, it's getting choked out of air.
Yeah. So whenever you were to go to full throttle, it like chug a little bit, and then it'd take off.
Yep. That's why I lost to that one guy in that one street race.
Just that little bit, you know.
I would have smoked him, dude, if the valve was working.
And then I went ahead and I smoked it again, and I didn't find any smoking leaks out of the intake as far as I could see. I went ahead and I did our manometer test to see the crankcase pressure, which is still kind of a little bit higher, but with the age of the car, you know, the miles and everything, it's kind of within the specs. Once it starts to run weird and you hear the noises like you did before, then that's when we can go ahead and dive into it.
I'll take it in earlier next time.
Like I said, I test drove it afterwards. After I did it, it was night and day difference.
Oh, it always drives better when I take it out of here, man. Like seriously, like this car, the first time you guys ever did any work on this too, this thing was feeling so like just real tight and nice, and everything felt good.
Nice.
And you know, it's just, you know, the Phoenix sun and how much I drive it every day around Tempe, you know. So it just, you know, gets a lot of wear and tear. So things break, it's an old car. Well, good to know. I'm glad I learned a lot here, man. You explained it all to me.
Yeah,
so
of course, you know, of course. I like when you guys are very well educated with your cars, so that you guys can understand what fails and how things kind of go to failure, and then when they do fail,
what you need to do.
What you need to do and what to expect. I don't like to scare customers because then it adds another line of worry for you guys. And it's not that serious, you know? It's just where we like to be. We like to be up to maintenance with the car, you know, to where it's not falling apart.
Yep. Totally. Well, again, man, thank you so much. This was awesome, dude. I feel like I know everything now. So